Hi everybody and welcome to the Frank Nutt Sewing Machines YouTube channel. I'm the shop manager here, my name's Lucy, and today we're going to take a look at the unboxing of the brand new Janome Continental M17. So this is the top of the range combined sewing and embroidery machine that's just been launched, and so we're going to get it out of the box and introduce all of the accessories and have a little go, and then we'll do some more in-depth videos later on. So yeah, let's get it out and see what it's all about. Okay, so we're going to get this one out of the box now. Let's see what is inside. So obviously we haven't got one out before, so do bear with us to see what order everything comes in. Right, so that looks like it's some accessories inside there. And then we've got this top polystyrene, so we've got the knee lift and a couple of needle plates and all of our literature as well. So I've just got someone to help us out getting this out of the box. So Molly's going to hold it down and hopefully I'll be able to. There we go. Oh, right. Ooh. There we go. Right, so it's got the foot control section in the middle. Oh, actually no, that's just a bit of a padding. And there it is, the M17. It's very heavy. I'm really looking forward to getting this set up so that we can show you all about it. Right, so we'll get all the accessories out and then we'll get the embroidery unit out. And now for the embroidery unit, and this is also marked up as being the quilting kit as well. Oh. Obviously you do need a nice large space to get these out. Okay, right, so we'll get these bits laid out. And the units, that's our cover. Bits of the machine cover and table. Right, this whole tray could probably come out. That's got all the hoops in. Oh, pop that there for the minute. So there we have the embroidery unit. So this is one of the largest units now available on the market because it's got one of the biggest hoops, which I can't wait to show you. Right, so we'll get this, I've got enough room on the table to pop it on there, hopefully. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to lift it up from this side. There we go. And there it is. And then we've got these table covers as well. Okay, so we're going to lay this all out nicely and then actually talk you through everything that is coming with the machine and get it all set up and give it a run. Okay, so we've got everything laid out now, and we've got the machine on as well, so you can see it in all of its glory. So we're just going to go through all the accessories that are actually coming inside the box, first of all. So obviously we've gotten out this lovely gigantic machine. We've also got over here some table inserts. They don't look like much at the moment, but once we've got it set up, you'll be able to see how those actually work. They're to kind of increase the working area behind and in front of the machine when you've got the embroidery unit on. As you see, very large embroidery unit. Standard things, we've got a foot pedal with the automatic thread cutting switch and also the mounting bracket for that as well, so you can screw all that together, pop it on the floor and have it all as one. Our trusty knee lift. Because the machine itself doesn't actually come with a fully printed manual, they do have these little cards, magnetic cards, which I'll show you how they actually attach to the machine, with all of your stitches on them. So you can pick a kind of theme or a folder if you like, and actually pop them on there to have them as a quick view if you like. Obviously everything's already on the machine as well. Inside this lovely box that you get with it, the accessory box, we've popped all the feet in here, so we've got a very general selection, you know, everything you'd need: free motion feet, zipper feet, blind hemming feet, as well as the AccuFeed, which is that Janome have been using for quite a while now. So we've got 3 different types of the AccuFeed holders for the HP style as well, which is your professional grade needle plate, as well as the wide and the narrow. A few different types of free motion feet, including the ruler foot as well. couching feet too. Actually, I think we've got those down here, as well as the magnifying lens set. So you've got 3 different types of magnifier, little stylus. Full list of all of these feet are on our accessory page on the product page on our website as well. I listed them all individually, so everything's on there. Magnets and everything for the actual, some of the embroidery hoops, buttonhole foot, spare bobbin case for the embroidery, little scissors bits and bobs, as well as these little bits here. These are the ASR feet. This is the accurate stitch regulator, which we have here. So this is the brand new foot that's going to transform your free motion quilting. And we'll have a look at how that works in a bit. So I'll pop those back for now. And everything can go into this lovely case, which is great. Here we've got a stitch guide. So this one fits onto the actual bobbin cover, and is a lovely sturdy guide that you can use for seams and, well, anything really. And then we'll move on to some of the embroidery accessories. So you do get a little sample, a little bit of felt here with some stabiliser on it, so you can get going straight away. And you've also got some bobbin fill hidden in there as well. This is the embroidery quilting kit. So in here we've got the magnetic square frame, which works really well. Digitizer Junior, Artistic Digitizer Junior software, which works on Mac and Windows, which is brilliant. So it's suitable for everybody out there. The LED pointer foot for embroidery, and the magnets that go onto the magnetic hoop there. We've then got all the other hoops. So we'll start small. So they've all got funny names with the Janome ones. So this one is SQ10, so that's a 10 by 10 hoop. We've then got, can't remember the name on this one, RE20D. So I believe that's, that must be 20, well, it's got it written on there, 14 by 20 size hoop. Lovely large square ones, that's 28 by 28 centimetres. And then the really super large carbon fibre hoop here. So this one is what they're calling this one now, the RE46D. So it's 46 centimetres by 28 centimetres. It's nearly as big as me. I'll show you how that one works. And then your kind of semi-rigid cover as well, so you can keep the machine nice and dust free. And it's also got space for some slotting in some of the accessories too. Okay, so we'll pop it all together and we'll give it a run and show you all about the machine. Okay, so we've got the machine all set up here now. It's just in a little bit of a standby mode, so we'll just wake it up and have a little bit of an orienteer around it. There we go. So as you can see, it's got really amazing lighting. We've got many LEDs all around here, and apparently they're supposed to not cast too many shadows when you're actually working. We've got double screens, which I think is probably the first thing that you'll see most of all. This is a market first. So we've got the onboard, like right in front of you, very ergonomic for viewing all of your stitch length, tension, width, foot pressure, all at the touch of a button. And when you adjust them here, it also adjusts them on the other screen too. So this is obviously where you can look at all your stitches and browse around all your different settings deeper within the machine. We can also just set those back to default really easily. So having these two capacitive screens, they're really reactive, work really nicely. To actually thread the machine up, if we press this button here, the cover pops open, and we've got a lovely telescopic thread stand built in. So this just pulls up to here, so we can deal with much larger cones than we used to, and also flick the switch and they pop up there. So we'll get it threaded up and have a little run and then look at some other bits on the machine. So I'm just going to use this spool stand here because the one that's highlighted is generally for your bobbin winding. So everything's numbered, really straightforward threading all the way around, you know, nice and easy to use as you would expect from Janome. Down to this number 7, and then we've got the needle threader. So this is a fully automatic one. So I'll clip it into there and give it a little trim. So we've set the standby timer to a minute, so I'm just going to wake the screen up again and then press the needle threading button. Right, so we'll just thread it up and give it a run. Let's just, in the lovely telescopic thread stand. So we're just using the plain numbered system, not the highlighted number system, because that one is for the bobbin winding. So yeah, true to Janome form, very ergonomic, really clear and easy to see your thread path. Just down to number 5, into the take-up link, down to the number 7. So there's quite a few steps here, but just follow them in the right order. Pull that thread all the way over to the left-hand side into the thread guide so that the needle threader will work correctly. So to do the needle threader, we do have to kind of use the lock button, and then we can press the needle threading button. Lovely. And then we just need to unlock it. Set the bobbin, we've just wound one on here. Roll away. There's my end. There we go. So this bit obviously hasn't changed that much. Pop it in with it at number 6, around at 6 o'clock, and then all the way round. Ooh. And then that is all ready to stitch. I'm just going to pop that through the centre of this. Is just the standard foot on the machine, just what it comes with. So a lovely additional sewing feature that we have on here is the thumb wheel. So this is also an industry first, so we can be really accurate with where you're actually starting your stitching by wheeling the thumb wheel up and down, depending, just so you can be super precise essentially. I don't know if you can see that in action. And this doesn't affect the starting point of the stitching at all. It still moves off absolutely perfect. I'm just going to lower the speed down a bit here because I'm not using the foot pedal. I'm just going to use the start stop button here. You can feel the positivity of it when it's sewing actually, and it's really got a hard grip on that material. It's very much pulling it through at a lovely pace, and the punching power has also been improved. Apparently we can go through 13 layers of denim, which we will go through in another video, I'm sure, maybe try and put it through its paces. So yeah, we've also got our tying off feature, so then that will do the stitching off, just a little end stitch, and our thread trimmer. Obviously you can set these all up in various different ways to happen automatically. We've got the automatic presser foot lifting as well, so you've got the hover function built in, all of the things you would expect from a top end sewing machine. And I'm not sure where to go next. Sorry. So we showed you these earlier when we got all the accessories out of the box, and these are actually magnetic kind of stitch cards essentially, and on the top of the lid here we are able to pop on these, and you can either store some small accessories up there as well, maybe a screwdriver or a small pair of embroidery scissors, just so you've got things to hand. But if you wanted to kind of view a certain folder, then you can pop them up there. Obviously everything is built in onto the screen as well, so the stylus is lovely actually, really nice and weighty, and works with the screen really well. So everything's available to see on here too. Obviously you've got hundreds of stitches, loads of different settings for them all. The feet is the foot indicators also on there at the bottom of the screen, and obviously all of the settings change automatically, including your tension and foot pressure where appropriate. In the home button here, if we were to pop up there, we've also got 3 different actual modes of the machine. So we would, when you initially turn it on, you're in the ordinary sewing mode. There is also this sewing application mode. So if we were to go into here, and this is what kind of the t-shirt icon would be on some of the previous Janome models. Here we can choose an actual kind of task that we want to do in a sewing mode. It gives us options here, again changing all the different settings on the machine and indicating the right stitch to work with and the right foot. So you're going to be getting kind of perfect results every time. And with the positivity, the way that this feels, it's just so lovely. One great thing for finer materials, or actually even thicker fabrics, is that when the machine isn't sewing, the feed dogs automatically lower. So that means you're never going to get any drag or pull. You can put in a really thick item with that extra space that it gives you as well. The extra foot lift as well, as we can see, gives you a very deep area for thicker materials, and I've no doubt that it'll just power through those. And when on the training day, did actually put some kind of quite heavy duty items through there, and it really just sails through it. Didn't work so much on fine fabrics on the training day, but I've no doubt that this will be able to handle those too. So we're going to have a look at the embroidery mode. So we're just going to pop on the unit, and then we can look at that really giant hoop and show you what that's all about. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the embroidery, because obviously we've got one of these really large hoops here. So 46 by 28 centimetres is the biggest hoop this one model comes with now. And so we're going to set it up from the sewing mode into the embroidery. So on the big screen, we're just going to click the home and pop on embroidery mode. It will ask to, if you are going to attach the proper presser foot, which we'll do. As you can see, we've attached the unit already. Which is vast. You're going to need a large table for this, but all of the measurements are going to be available on our website. So you'll see exactly what kind of space is required and to accommodate the machine, including kind of some of the measurements for the extension of the hoop as well. So this is foot P, which is the standard embroidery foot. We have got the LED one as well that you can put on and plug in. But we're just going to pop this one on. Put up the foot there. So we've got the large front cover here for the table, and there is storage underneath there. We've put the standard one on at the back. You know, you can mix and match these, set it up exactly how you like, because you can leave the embroidery unit on when actually just sewing as well, to give just a much larger, almost like an extension table, and you can park the unit so it's right out the way. Because this is a flatbed machine here. We've got the full metal flatbed here, and it's 13.5 inches on the arm, and that's why it can accommodate this really large hoop. I'm just going to press OK on there, and now we're going to be in our embroidery screen. So we can choose a design from based on kind of the hoop size that we want to be using. So you've got all your different hoops that come with the machine, and then the designs that fit within those hoops. We're going to go for the RE46D, and because that's the one we've got hooped up here. I'm going to pick this lovely little wreath here at the moment, so we just need to rethread the machine. So once that's set up, we're going to move into position. So we'll just have a quick look at the hoop as well. So it's a really rigid, for the size of it, it's very, very solid, and this rigidity is ideal for these kind of larger projects. Really, really good. So and we've managed to get it really nice and taut as well. The tensioners, they've got one on each corner of on opposite corners. These wheels with the extra clip as well, so you can adjust it on the thumb wheel, and then you've got the extra clip here. So we'd recommend tightening it up to this kind of first clip here, getting it nice and finger tight, and then get that extra added support by sealing it there. Also got the clips and clamps, even clamps, embroidery frame clamps, to provide even further support for the fabric, and also keeping it well out the way, depending on the kind of project you're working on. Obviously this is just a nice blank piece, not of something specific, so it's very easy to hoop up. I'm going to slide this on. Gently get underneath the foot, and it just slides into the side there, and it does have an extra little click. There we go, so that's clicked on there, and to release it is very much like just lifting up this lever here, but you do need to give it that extra push. Make sure it does give that click to register that the hoop is attached. So we'll just thread up on here. So obviously the spool stand again can accommodate some of these really large cones. This is just a 1,000 metre, but you could easily get one of the 5,000 metre cones on there for the embroidery, which is brilliant. Ooh. And if I click that, I'll just... Easy peasy. So yeah, we'll just get this going, and so we've got all of the information on here about how long things are going to take, how many stitches it has, whereabouts you are in the pattern. So if I just press the start button here. such a large machine. And stitching speeds can be up to 1,200 stitches per minute, which can all be adjusted in the settings. And then we're probably just going to have to wait for this to do some embroidery. Okay, so the machine's now finished embroidering, and we'll just release the actual hoop here, and we can slide that out. Oh, careful of the clamps on the feet. So even though this is a very big embroidery area, it really has well supported it with this rigid hoop. It's great, and with the clamping as well, it's very, very effectual for larger items. I'll just quickly show you the also the magnetic hoop that is included in the pack, which I think is really, really generous to have that in there as well. So it's a nice large square, and it's got these big clamps that go all the way around the edges just so it magnetises each. So you can use all of those. I think there's 2 on each side. But yeah, again, really easy for doing quilting layers especially. That's what that's really been designed for. So a great one to have in the box already coming with it. So with the embroidery side of things, this is where some of the apps that Janome have launched really come into effect. You've got the Accu Monitor app, which you can then use to literally monitor the machine, so you can not have to be with the machine, you can be away, and then it'll actually let you know if there's any thread breakages, when to change a thread, things like that, when you're out the room. Because this is obviously all Wi-Fi enabled, so it works by linking onto your home network the machine and your Wi-Fi, your device that you're using, iPad or whatever. There's also the Accu Setter, which is a really exciting app for actually placing designs onto the material. So if you've got a decorative fabric or a garment where you want to kind of really line it up in a certain place, it makes that so easy, all done on screen, and then you fire it over to the machine with you take a picture of the hoop, fire it on, do the actual adjusting on the actual app itself on your Wi-Fi device, and then send it over to the machine, and it does it perfectly. You've also got Accu Sketch and the Embroidery Link, which I think have been out before already, so they're kind of simple editing apps, but obviously you do also have the full version the actual version you can put on your computer of the Artistic Digitizer Junior, which has got many, many features as well. We can go through that another time. But yeah. Really impressed with the embroidery on this model, and it's come out beautifully. So next we're going to have a look at the ASR, the Accurate Stitch Regulator. So we're going to leave the embroidery module on when looking at the ASR, the Accurate Stitch Regulator, which is this brand new piece of kit from Janome, exclusive to this machine as well. We'll leave the unit on, as I said, to give us this lovely large workspace. So we'll just, on the home screen here, choose the ordinary sewing. Well, sorry, not ordinary sewing. What we're going to do is go to sewing application. It was ordinary sewing we looked at very first of all, and then obviously embroidery mode, but in sewing application mode is where we can actually look at the ASR. So that's just going to move the unit out of the way so we can utilise this lovely big space. So in the sewing application, we've got lots of different things we did touch on earlier on about what you can choose an actual task. And in this decorative little flourish up here, we've got kind of patchwork and quilting kind of things and decorative stitching. I'm going to choose the free motion setting. And if I go into this one here, I can actually, well, the ASR isn't there, so we're going to plug this in and then we'll get the ASR option. So we'll unscrew this one first of all. And screw this one on. You don't need to take the whole screw out, you can just adjust it so it's opened up quite far. Just saves you losing it accidentally. And then get that on here. It's quite a nice long screw head actually, which makes it very easy to get your fingers around. And once you've got that finger tight, just give it a nice little extra tighten with the screwdriver. So this is the open toe ASR foot that we've got on as well. And just plug this in at the back. So there is a little door, but once we get that plugged in, just make sure it's in all the way. And then now we've got on the screen the ASR option has popped up. So at the minute it's got a picture of the standard feet that we all know and love from Janome for the free motion quilting. And if we then click that one there, the ASR option, we've then got the open and the closed toe feet pictured. So these are a couple of the feet here that come with it that you can clip onto the different soles. So that's the closed toe, the echo quilting, and then this is the very exciting one, the ruler foot as well. So we can get regulated stitching when using rulers, which is a bit of a market first. Right, so we'll pop those over here. I've got a little quilt sandwich so for us to have a show on. And also do note that to have the ASR working correctly, we do, or in the best possible way, we don't want the speed to be all the way up on the screen on the actual sliding scale to make sure it's not hindered in any way, especially when using the start-stop button, because I'm just going to use the button for this. So when we press the button, there's going to be a little red kind of light come up, and that means that the ASR is active, and then we'll be moving the material and our stitches will be regulated. Oh, there we go. There we are. So if I go nice and even and slow, and if I go quick, it speeds up. If you do go too fast, it may beep at you, and that means that because it does only have so much that it can do, so it will just beep if it's if you're going too fast for it to actually recognise the stitch regulation, the movement of the fabric. But overall, it's a really, really regulated stitch. So actually on the screen is where we would regulate our stitch length. So we've got that set at the moment, the standard setting of 2.4. So you know, that's exactly, looks like what we're getting on there, and it's a beautiful stitch on this machine, it really is. So that's kind of an overview of everything, the kind of key features at the minute of this brand new Janome Continental M17 machine. As you can see, we've got a demonstration model here in store, so do give us a ring if you would like to come and see it and book an appointment, and we'd be more than happy to show you more features than we can fit into a short video, and kind of really get into the nitty-gritty of it as well, and hopefully get some of the apps active as well, which would be really great to show off to you in store. So give us a ring, or if you want to discuss it over the phone, yeah, we'll look forward to hearing from you. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and leave a comment if you've got any questions below. Bye for now.